Cease. Come on, people. Like, all you have to do, I won't say anything. If you can, if I see you, that's exactly why I don't like turning on FOE. So I can literally watch everybody and see what they're doing and figure out why we're not doing something or whatever. All you have to do is just hit the shield. That's all you have to do. Hit the shield and hit it right. If it's an air shield, blue shield, just hit in the air. Find the back. Like, come on now. Get out of it. Ooh, ooh. See? All you literally have to do is just hit in the air. If it's an air shield, it doesn't matter if you can't combo anything. Just hit in the air. If you see a back shield, just look for the back. Like, that's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is just hit the shield, and I will have no problem. I don't care how you play. I don't care how bad your rotations is. Just hit the shield. Just hit the shield. Help me break the shield, and then help me break the shield so I can carry and do my job, and then we're fine. Like, it's so simple. Tina's even. It doesn't matter if Tina's. Listen, it does not matter. Oops. 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 But yeah, it doesn't matter. Tinas, if you see air shield, don't panic. It's okay if you don't do damage. If you just hit in the air, all you gotta do is just use your skills in the air. It's okay, okay? It doesn't matter if you can't do damage. Okay? It doesn't matter if you can't do damage if you hit in the air. Just use your skills in the air during the air shield. Just help me break the shield as best as you can. And then I won't say anything. That's it. Like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. That's all you have to do. If it's blue, just hit in the air. If it's a back shield, look for whether, if it's a back shield, if flop is facing the background, you hit on the left. If flop is facing the screen or facing you, you hit on the right. Facing you, like if you can see flop's face. If you can see flop's face, hit on the right. If you can't see flop's face, if you can see her ponytail, hit on the left. That's all you gotta do. Just look at flop. Like, take a minute, stop if you have to. Stop, take a minute, look at flop. If you see her ponytail, hit on the left. If you see her face, hit on the right. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do for the back shield for version 2. But version 1, if you see her face, you always gonna see her face. So you hit on the right. Like, that's all you have to do. Just look at the boss, okay? Look at flop. Literally even, like, that's all you have to do. All you have to do is just look at all you have to do is just pay attention to raid. Because Asmo is a raid that... Asmo is a raid... Oops. Let me get out of that shit. Asmo is a raid that requires teamwork. Both 1 and 2. They require good teamwork in order to, like, make sure that nobody dies. So, if you... Like if you trying to leash, you're gonna get everybody killed. You can't really leash in this raid. See? She's facing here, right? You can see her face, right? So you hit on the right. Like look at the air chase, back attack, and overload. That's all you have to do. All you have to do is look in order to figure out whether or not you're hitting or not. If you hit the shield, it's gonna say overload on your screen. If you see it like this, then you're hitting the shield. Like that's literally all you have to do. Look, you have to really pay attention. Like I have to really pay attention. Look at stuff. If you hit the shield, if you're hitting the shield, you'll see overload on your screen. Like that's all you have to do. All you have to do is just look and pay attention. Stop trying. You can't be lazy in Asmo. Period. You can't be lazy at all in Asmo. You have to work with your team. Like that's all you have to do. It's not that hard. Like if y'all want me to stop saying shit and stop saying I want to go, I want to get out of here, then all you have to do is just pay attention in raid. Y'all want me to stop complaining about raid? Start paying attention in raid. That's all I ask. Pay attention, okay? Y'all want to stop sucking at raid? Y'all want to stop being bad at raid? Pay attention. The raid is easy. The raid itself is actually easy. It's actually soloable. You just have to pay attention to the mechanics. That's all you have to do. This raid is easy if you pay attention to mechanics. That's going to be mech raid too. The raid will be easy if you know how to do the mechanics. Otherwise, if you don't know how to do the mechanics, you're going to have a bad time. That's why I was trying so hard to get people. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. You have to pay attention to the raid if you don't want to die. And then mech raid also requires teamwork, but even more. So it's like if one person fucks up something in mech raid, then everybody's gonna die. That's why I usually get so upset when people fuck up in raid, because like if they carry this shit over to mech raid, you can only imagine. That's why it's always good to either do research on raid, or at least try to learn mechanics. Even if you don't look at videos or anything and you like to play blindly and everything. That's why it's so good if you try to learn the mechanics, because you could actually help other people with the raid. If you know mechanics, then you can actually help people out. Like that's the thing. That's the thing that people don't get. That's why I get on everybody. Like that's the thing that I want people to realize. If you try to actually learn the mechanics in raid instead of relying on people to carry you, then you won't have a bad time in raid. That's why I encourage everybody to figure out how to manually proc air so they can know what to do during the air shield. I advise people to learn how to manually prop back attacks so they can know how to do the back shield and know how to tell whether you need to attack on the right or you need to attack on the left. Like, this is why I encourage people to try to learn how to do the raids. So that way they won't be having a bad time. People won't be yelling at them or getting mad at them because they did something stupid in raid. Like, if you know how to do the mechanics, then you won't fail. You won't fuck up. All the times while I'm sitting there and asking my raid and telling y'all, yo, get up in the air. Y'all, get up in the air. Y'all, get up in the air. Hey, attack on the right. Attack flap on the right. Go left. Hit on this side. Hit on that side. Hit on this side. Y'all supposed to attack on the left. Hey, y'all, over here on the left. Hey, y'all, over here on the right. I'm doing this because I'm trying to help y'all learn how to... I kept saying that because I'm trying to help y'all learn how to do the shields. Because, like, you know? So that way y'all won't be fucking up and shit. Either is fine. Either is fine. I don't mind. But yeah, I get upset or I get annoyed when somebody fucks up or anything because I've raided with these people before. On this server, I've raided with a lot of people and they still make the same mistake over and over again. And it's like, and then that's how I can really tell that y'all just rely so heavily on carries and not actually trying to learn the raid yourself. That's why y'all keep having a bad time in raid and everything. I raid with the same people. I don't mind carrying. I don't mind carrying raids because that's one of the main reasons why I geared up in the first place. Because that's the main reason why I self-taught myself the raids. That's the main reason why I do research on the raids. Because I like carrying people. I want to carry people. But like, hell, I even put out 4 guides. Hell, I even put out 4 fucking guides. I literally have 4 guides on how to do raid. Hold on. I even have 4 guides on how to do raid. And guess what? Guess what? Them 4 guides and people don't even want to bother. Like, I have 4 guys on how to do raid, and I bet you 9 times out of 10, it still has a low view count because people don't care. People are like, oh, I don't have to watch this thing. I have someone to carry me. Okay, but I have a question for you, people who rely on carries. What if your carries are not here? What are you gonna do then? You gotta do that raid somehow. What are you gonna do when you don't have nobody to carry you? That's exactly why I want y'all to learn how to do raid. What y'all gonna do if no one wants to carry you? Okay. Y'all, hit Asmo. Like, that's the question. That's what I want you to answer. What you gonna do when... What you gonna do when you have nobody to carry you? You gotta solo. What if you have no choice but to solo? What if it's like your last material? That's what I wanna know. What if it's like your last material? And what if it's like your last raid day and you really need it and you need to solo it? And you've been relying so heavily on carries that you never bothered to learn the mechanics. That's what you need to get ready for. So you need to learn it. Like, that's why y'all shouldn't rely on carries all that much, and y'all should at least try to solo it. Try to solo it or try to learn mechanics and everything. Because say if you have no choice but to solo, but you can't solo, you don't know the mechanics. That's a you problem. If you don't know the mechanics and you don't know how to do the raid, that is honestly a you problem. You cannot blame people. You cannot blame anyone else for you not being able to carry. That's your own fault. Well, I can't carry. Stop complaining about not being able to solo. That's a you problem. I promise you that is a you problem. If you don't know how to do raid, or you can't do raid, or you keep dying to raid, that's you problem. That's a fucking you problem, okay? So don't blame nobody. It's nobody's fault but your own. Ah, shit, here we go. Okay. Y'all, see if y'all can break her. Ah, shit. I wasn't standing in the right place. But yeah, what if you have no choice but to solo it, and then you don't know the mechanics? Then you're not gonna be able to get your material or finish your shit if, like, you know. That's why I get on everybody when they don't know mechanics and everything. You have to know how to do shit. Like, for example, getting carried, having somebody do dailies with. And I know a lot of people are gonna turn a blind eye and think I'm complaining too much. But please, hear me out on this. Please hear me out on this. I beg, please. I want you to hear me out on this. Please hear me out on what I'm about to say. I beg. Please. Okay? I'm only saying this because I want to help. Say if you are so used to you like doing dailies with somebody, or now let me say this after. Let me say this after I finish this last one. Let me finish this for you before I say this. Okay, that confirmed it. Yep, so that's why I'm supposed to break it. That's all I want to know. Okay. Oh shit. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, they got it. Whew. Okay. And I died. No problem. Now, please don't feel attacked, okay? I gotta be honest. That's how, I'm honest because I love y'all, okay? Please don't feel attacked when I say this, okay? I love y'all. I want to see y'all succeed, okay? Please don't attack me when I say this. Don't come after my throat when I say this, alright, y'all? Please. Hear me out on this one, okay? Hear me out. Alright? Please hear me out on this one. I promise you this will be worth your time, okay? I promise. This will be worth your time. Okay? Alright. You know how I was talking about if you don't know how to do raid, it's a you problem? Because that's the reason why I said that is because if you really want to like succeed in this game, or if you really want to have an easier life in this game, you've got to really know how this game works. You got to really learn the game's mechanics. Because I know how it's like I know what it's like to not want to ask people for help. Trust me, I know. That's why I have made that's why I didn't mind putting out my closest guide. That's why I continue to update my closest guide. I know what it's like to not want to ask for help, or to have so much pride that I don't ask for help. But there's going to be a time and a place where you need to ask questions and ask for help. It's okay. I hated it before, but now I don't really mind asking for help or asking questions. Even I have anxiety when I ask for questions, or ask for help and stuff, or ask for stuff. Even I have anxiety. It's okay. Trust me, I can relate to most of y'all when I say this. I know what it's like to have a whole bunch of anxiety when I speak to somebody. Yes, even I have anxiety. And about doing dailies. If you are someone if you're somebody who needs another person to do dailies with them, you're going to hate this game. It's not for you. This game is not for you. Hear me out when I say this. If you're someone who desperately and almost always needs somebody to do dailies with you, this game is not for you. You should play something like Elsword or something. This game is not for you. And the reason why is because when you level your characters or you do quests, there's a lot of solo quests. This game is not for you. You shouldn't be playing this game. You really shouldn't. A lot of people on here be asking for carries and everything. Okay, I get it. Now, if you're someone who is like 10 mil plus, hear me out. If you're someone who is like at least 7 mil plus or 8 mil plus, and you still need carries, okay. Let me go easy on y'all. If you have 11 mil plus and you still need carries, or you still need someone to run dailies with you, unless it's Prison Tiamat, you should be ashamed of yourself. Unless it's Asmo version 1 and 2 in Prison Tiamat, you should be ashamed of yourself. I will understand if it's Asmo version 1 and 2. Because back when I was like, 11 mil or 12 mil and everything, Asmo, for me, took like about an hour. But that was because I was trying to get the gear. So that shit took me about maybe an hour or something, or like maybe 40 minutes just to do the whole raid by myself. I was able to solo that shit around like 11 or 12 mil TCP because I did research. I learned the mechanics. Even Tiamat. I had an issue. I had an issue with TMAP. I wasn't always this good at TMAP. I had to learn the mechanics. I had to study, use resources, make my own cheat sheet on the mechanics and stuff, and then learn them. That's how I'm able to carry. You got to put in the effort too. And if you still need somebody to run all the dailies with you, and you like, I'ma say 11 mil. I'ma say 11 mil. If you need someone to do dailies, just dailies. Excluding Raid. Exclude Asmo. Exclude Asmo and TMAC content and beyond. If you can't solo Beelzebub version 1 and 2, because those two are easy now, you should be ashamed of yourself. And you are, what, 7 mil and plus? If you can't solo that shit, you should be ashamed of yourself. That means you're not putting enough effort. You need to put in more effort. And if y'all want to have an easy journey in closers, you have to learn the mechanics. You have to try to learn the mechanics of the game. I'm not just talking about dungeons either. How to tune, or how to enhance, or how to do this and that. How to apply chips. How to work with chips, or what chips do you need, the setup you need. How to work around P&A. How to work around Nightmare P&A. You have to learn these things if you want to have it easy in closers. You got to learn. That's exactly why I put this guide out. And I put so much effort in this guide. I've seen so many people ask the same questions over and over again. How do you do this trigger? Where do you find a trigger quest? Where do you find a receiver quest? The same questions over and over again. How do you enhance? And it's been answered so many times that a lot of us sound like fucking robots. It's because y'all don't bother to read or try to learn it yourselves. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Believe me, there is nothing wrong with asking questions. But if you're still asking the same question over and over and over again, then that's an issue. You guys got to put in more effort. And if you're someone that still needs somebody, and you're like, what, 7 mil and plus, and you still need somebody to do Sea of Pollution with you, hell, if you're 7 mil TCP and you cannot solo Yard Sea or Sea of Pollution, you can't solo Hell, you can't solo Overflow, you can't solo Misa, you can't solo Untouchable, you can't solo Beelzebub version 1 and 2. You can't even solo Grimlab. If you can't do that and you're like 7 mil plus, you should be ashamed. You need to fix that. Another thing. What if the person that you usually rely on to do dailies with you are not there? You have to know how to do them yourself. What then? What if you don't have that person? What if that person quit? What are you gonna? But you still like playing the game. What if that person quit and you still like playing the game? Then what are you gonna do? You have to be able to learn. You have to be able to know how to do things yourself. You have to accept the fact that you're not gonna always have somebody that do days with you. I've never really had to worry about it because I've always been a solo person, and if I really like to help a person, I'll do dailies with them, and that's like. At the moment, I'm at least doing Grimlap with someone because I want to help them with their P&A. Stuff like that. That's the only time I'm going to be like, okay, I'll do dailies with you or whatever. Or if somebody that I like helping needs to do dailies or whatever, I'll willingly volunteer to do dailies with them. Other than that, I'm mostly doing my dailies alone. Soloing, speed running, to practice and improve and get better. Y'all can do the same too. There's no excuse. Y'all can do the same too. Y'all just need the motivation or dedication. Y'all need the motivation, the dedication to do it. You're gonna have to know how to do some things on your own too. Nobody's going to baby you 24/7. You got to know how to do things on your own. Like me. If you are a slow learner, I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be a slow learner. I'm a very slow learner. Despite how good I am at everything, I'm a very slow learner. It took me a while to figure some things out and a lot of practice. I didn't get just like a snap of a finger. I had to practice and practice and practice. So it's okay if you're a slow learner too or you're a late bloomer. As long as you learn it in the end. And I have my moments where I beat myself up because I feel like I'm too slow or I'm not doing good enough, or there are times where I feel like I trash. I have those moments too. Believe me, I have those moments too. So if you've had that before, I know how it feels. But if you're persistent to keep going, then I respect you. But yeah, that's why I kind of be a little hard on people, and I give some people tough love. Like, in the end, the only thing I've ever wanted to do was help. But if I don't see nobody helping, then how can I help? How can I help you if you can't help yourself? That's why I give a certain people tough love. If you can't help yourself, then how the fuck can I help you? I can't help you if you can't help yourself. You got to put in effort too. There's not going to be 0-100. There's not going to be 80-20. It's got to be 50-50. But that. So I'm sorry if I offended anyone, but like in the end, the main reason why I say some of this stuff, however, is because I just wanted to help. Alright, I'm done here. I doubt anybody's going to look at this. And if you do, thank you. And if you decide to actually put in some effort, because words are just words. I like to see actions too. I want to see some actions too. Words are just words. But if you're not putting effort or actually like acting, then I don't know what to say to you. Action speaks louder than words, at least to me now. Because I've seen so many people say the same thing like, okay, I'm going to try to do this. Okay, I'm going to try to do this. And I've seen them put it down later. I've seen them put it down like a couple of hours later. I've seen this happen so many times. So, I don't know about you, but like, I mean, if it comes to me, I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to me, actions speak louder than words. And if I don't see you helping yourself, or at least attempting to try to, and keeping it up by being real serious about it, then I can't really help you. But if I do see you trying, I'll help. Like, yeah. Alright, I'm done here. I know y'all tired of me talking your ear off and lecturing. I'm sorry. I'll stop.